Hello YouTube, today I'm going to be making a dust cover for my Brother SE625. The dust cover that came with the machine only covers the sewing portion of the machine, but I only use this sewing machine for embroidery, so I need a dust cover that covers the entire machine including the embroidery unit. I made a pattern for this and a link to it is in the description box below. This pattern will fit any of the Brother sewing and embroidery machines that are 4x4 because all of these machines basically have the same body style. I put medium weight interfacing onto all of the pieces of fabric, and I also lined the fabric so that the interfacing would not be showing through on the back. But none of this is necessary if you have a thicker material that you are working with, like a denim or a heavy canvas. But since I was using a super lightweight fabric, I thought it necessary so that I just wouldn't have the wrinkles and crinkles in the finished product, and so that I would have a final product that just stands upright and looks very clean lined. Now at this stage you could go around these pieces and add piping going all the way around, but me personally, I don't find that necessary to do, and I just don't have the time. However, I would like to add Brother onto the front of here in embroidery stitches because I think it would look nice. So we're going to head over to the embroidery machine, but before we do that I have to quarter the fabric like so, just to make a line here so I know where to stitch out the design. So I'm just gonna fold it into quarters like so. So now you can see that the design is going to go about right there. And so I am at the embroidery machine and I would like to embroider Brother on the front of my cover. So I've gone here and chosen my font, and now I'm typing out Brother. Well, I've gotten a error code. It says extends to the outside embroidery frame, add no additional characters. Well, I definitely don't want for my cover to just say bro. So that means that I'll need to go into some software and actually create two 4x4 embroidery hoop designs and combine them together to create one large sign that says Brother on the front of my cover. If you would like to learn about how to create split embroidery designs or print in multiple hoopings, then visit the link that I'm going to leave somewhere in this window, and I'll also leave a link to the same video down in the description below. I'm not ready for all of the drama of having to print in multiple hoopings, so I'm just going to use my larger embroidery machine to stitch out the design. Sorry folks, but I'm going to cheat a little bit. So now basically what I'm going to do is fold up the top part of this a 1/4 of an inch and iron it down. And then I'm going to fold it in again and hide the raw edges. Let's see. And I'm going to do this on both sides of that cover piece. Okay, so folded it once, and now I'm going to fold it into itself and fold it in. You guys know the deal. So now I've got a little narrow hem here where the raw edges are encased. Now I'm just going to use my edge stitching foot to stitch going all the way down. The next thing that we need to do is to grab the back part of the main body of the cover. So this is the back part of the cover, and I placed it on top of the pattern and lined it up with these two markings that are at the top of the pattern, and then I just put two pins there. And I'm going to do it on the right side of the front of the cover as well. And you're like, why are we doing this? Well, I'm going to explain it. So what we're going to end up doing is making it exactly like the cover that the machine came with, so that you can pull your handle through. So what they did is they slightly overlapped the front and the back piece, and then stitched a horizontal line there. So that's the same thing that we're going to do in the next step, so that we have a place to pull our handle through. So I'm just going to do a zigzag stitch at about 2.5 and set my length to 0. So it's kind of like a satin stitch, but I think that it will just add a little bit of strength to it. So that's what we're going to go with. This is really starting to come together. Now I'm just going to turn this under a 1/2 inch on the ends. And I would like to add this embellishment to the bottom of it just to give it a little bit more pizzazz. But you are free to leave it blank if you would like to. This is the final product, and I am very happy with how it turned out. If you are interested in making your very own cover for your embroidery machine, there is a link in the description box below. I hope you really enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe to receive more sewing related content.